Hello, and welcome to the PHNX Mercury show. My name is Aaliyah. I'm joined here by the wonderful Mallory. Mallory, how are you doing this week? What are the vibes for this evening? I'm chilling. This is my Saturday, so great day off.
It was not a day off for me, but I'm glad you had a day off. But also, just been a good day.
Yes, except for this heat. I'm a Seattle girl at heart. I'm not loving it, not vibing. Already people in the chat. I love this. Hi Isaiah. Hi, I love WAP. We have a great show for you guys today. It's an all-girl party again. Our usual co-host Corbin is still balling out in Vegas at the NBA Summer League, so shout out to him. And tonight we're just going to go over the Mercury double overtime loss against the Minnesota Lynx last night and all things All-Star Week. And then just look ahead at this next week for the Mercury. It's a busy one, 4 home games. So we're going to break those down, give some projections. And yeah, let's get started. So the supposed All-Star flop this last week, all the players were in Chicago for the WNBA All-Star game. And I don't know, have you ever been to an All-Star game or All-Star weekend type thing for the league?
I haven't been for the WNBA. I've been for NBA though.
Okay. Yeah. See, I've gone to I think the last 2 or 3, and I've been to all the Vegas ones, I guess I should say. I think there was 2. And they were great. No complaints, amazing vibes. Obviously, like, we have an amazing fan base, and so being this close to Phoenix was awesome. And yeah, I thought they were always very well executed. And I don't know, this year in Chicago didn't seem to go too well. I don't know if you saw the skills contest looked like it was in like some sort of banquet room with like a mock basketball floor and
high school gymnasium.
Right. Like, and the Chance the Rapper concert that no one knew about, like, it just kind of seemed like a mess. I think even the skills contest was like closed off to fans. It was like it was like invite only type of thing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was just not executed well at all. Even though you haven't been, like, what was your vibe? How did you feel about the whole situation? The game went well though. Like, it was still very fun and entertaining, but the rest of, yes, Josh, that trophy for the MVP, Kelsey Plum, like, this whole thing just seemed like an afterthought. I don't know how you feel about the situation, Mallory.
Yeah, I think someone found the exact trophy on like some trophy website for like $16. And like, when you look at the NBA, the trophies that they're getting, like for All-Star, stuff they're much nicer, made out of like diamonds and stuff like that. I mean, the WNBA, they should be getting, the same treatment. That was, I've gotten bigger trophies for stuff in high school before. So that was a little disappointing. But yeah, the whole weekend in general felt a little like too low key. Like, it didn't feel like an All-Star weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I know some people calling for Kathy Engelbert's head. Maybe that's that Mallory mentality of like, she's just got to go. I don't know though. Like, we talked a little bit in the PHNX Discord. Like I've said, I've been to many of the WNBA All-Star weeks, and like, they've been awesome. Like, literally, I said, like, we were knee deep in a pool with Snoop Dogg and like Liz Cambage DJing at one point. Like, just these like really fun, amazing times. The skills contests were great. They had like speakers of past WNBA players, just like amazing like evolutions of the league and how we came to be. Like, it was so cool to get to like meet and see all these people and players that have been so formative of this league in general. And then this year for it to just completely flop, especially coming somewhat out of COVID and finally getting back together and like back into like a little bit of a normal season again. It was really disappointing to see how the ball was dropped. The chat, Josh saying, I think the commissioner has to be fired for all the things that happened this weekend. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I definitely get that argument, but I think maybe a little bit of a second chance or redemption story. We don't really know why she did what she did.
We don't do second chances. Mallory mentality. Fire.
No second chances here. Like, I don't know. I think there has to be something. Maybe I'm just being like pretending not to see the obvious, but I feel like there has to be something more at play. You know, we got the excuse of, you know, being scared of gun violence or something surrounding that for not having like a bunch of people at the Chance the Rapper concert. People are saying that's not really valid. Like, I'm pretty sure like the city of Chicago was like, we never said anything about that. Like, just getting called out on all fronts. Isaiah is saying that Brittany Griner is currently in prison in Russia and that we need to help the Phoenix Mercury bring her home. Absolutely. All the players wore her name and number for the All-Star game, which was an awesome tribute. And obviously there was many things surrounding her that this week. Hashtag Mallory mentality. You guys are ruthless. There's no room for mistakes here at the PHNX Mercury show. So yeah, a little bit disappointed. One question I have though, is there room for both leagues to have events in one city at the same time? Like we've said, NBA Summer League is happening in Vegas right now. That's where I think most people would prefer to have the WNBA All-Star Week. Is there room for both leagues to be doing something at the same time? How do you feel about that? Should it be in a different city? Should we keep the two separate? What are your thoughts?
I do like the idea of having the Summer League and WNBA All-Star Weekend at the same time, just because a lot of like NBA players, like, you know, the ones who aren't in the Summer League come out and support their teams, and, you know, they can promote WNBA All-Star Weekend a little bit and, you know, go out and support. And I think, you know, that's why some NBA stars weren't at WNBA All-Star Weekend, because they were supporting their teams in the Summer League. And I just think also like having it in Vegas every year is just a good idea. It's like, who doesn't like going to Vegas?
Absolutely, I agree. Vegas is great. Josh saying I think the same city means you don't have to choose flights. You can go to both. Absolutely. I think could be an amazing way to increase the WNBA viewer capacity and things, to have some sort of, they don't even necessarily have to be like a joint event or connected in any way, but just having them in the same city, in the same geography. Obviously, so many people are going to come out for, you know, the NBA Summer League, both players and fans. And so to have the ability to increase our viewership and increase like our foot traffic even a little bit could be so huge. At the end of the day, like we're very much connected and very much run by like similar people in the same, you know, contracts and companies and stuff. So to have the two come together, I think would be a huge growth point for the league, the WNBA. It would just, yeah, I think there's a no-brainer of including the two. I don't see why you would push those away. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know with Kathy Engelbert. Maybe I am a little bit Mallory mentality. Maybe it's time for something, you know. But a little bit of a positive note. Do we have an all-star fit of the week? Obviously, we have the orange carpet. Everybody shows up and shows out. I don't know though. I had a couple red flags with the outfits this week. I wasn't in love with them. What do you think? Do you have a top dog? If it's LeBron, we might actually show up for a W event. Oh.
Oop.
I mean, I don't need LeBron there for anything, but I'll definitely be at the W event.
You know, LeBron showed up to a couple Sparks games, like here and there, but he could definitely show up to some more. You know, him showing his support.
He likes to tweet some things about the league that may or may not align with most WNBA fan beliefs. But anyway.
The fit of the week. I'm trying to find the picture of what Skylar Diggins-Smith wore, just because I'm not trying to be biased, but that was my favorite. But a lot of the other orange carpet looks, I agree with you, were not my favorite. I feel like they could have gone a little more all out. It was just, you know, another, you know, pregame fit, it felt like.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was like, not a fan of most of them. I also agree, you took the words right out of my mouth. I think Skylar Diggins took the cake on that one. Again, might have a little bit of bias, but she killed it with the like versatility, 2 looks in one, just queen all around. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh saying I swear Skylar's gonna win every week because she's just got so much style. Exactly, you can't go wrong. She knows what she's doing.
For those
Yes.
watching on YouTube and Twitter, showing the fit for Skylar Diggins-Smith from All-Star Weekend. If you're listening on podcast, you can go look at it on our Twitter. We retweeted her fit there. But then she also had like a low back moment with the jacket off. It was very sleek with the sleek bun, very elegant. It was definitely just my favorite look.
Yeah, versatile queen. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. Yes, but moving forward out of All-Star Week, hopefully next year we'll be back in Vegas and yeah, we can have a whole new vibe, whole new look, go steal the show again. But this game against Minnesota last night, what a time. There was like so much going on. Skylar Diggins-Smith with 32 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. Sophie Cunningham with 36 points, 7 rebounds, 5 steals. Diana, 17 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. We were on fire last night. Even though we lost, it's a win in my book. Kevin saying CP showing up to the 3-point contest in a Quigley jersey was firing. Yes, I'm so glad you brought this up. Shout out to Allie Quigley. Truly the 3-point champion, undebatable. This is her 4th time in a row. There's just no one better, really. Allie Quigley is the star of the 3-point contest any day of the week.
Yes.
But yes, how do you feel about this game against Minnesota? Give me the rundown. What were your emotions? There were so many highs and lows. I can't even name them all.
Yeah, I was just every time I thought we were out of it, Sophie would just bring us right back in. And I'm like, okay, this is the Sophie Cunningham game. I love it. But it was also the Skylar Diggins-Smith game at the same time. And I don't know. I was just loving it. And, the last few minutes of the fourth quarter of the first overtime, I was definitely on the edge of my seat.
Absolutely. Those for that Josh saying, can we get a Quigley Curry 3-point contest? Yes. I'm Team Quigley in this house, but I don't know about you guys. No shade to Steph Curry at all. He's definitely a big advocate for the league, so we love that for us. And pay-per-view, I'd watch it. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. See, next year, if we have this NBA, WNBA little combo moment, we can include these new things, create new ad incentives for fans. This could be a thing. Come on, WNBA, hire me. I have great ideas. Anyway. Again, back to this game, like you said, we lost in double overtime by 11, just depleted after almost an hour of game time. We couldn't hold on to the end. I'm still super happy with how we played. The whole entire team gave in such a great effort. And I think at the end of the day, that's a really, really long time to be giving 100 and playing a really long game of basketball. In that second overtime, I think we were just too tired and didn't have it in us. So no shade for that. Minnesota, they held their own. Ariel Powers had 35 points. Kayla McBride with 17. Rachel Banham coming off the bench with 25 points and 7 steals. Both teams played amazing. And so I'm super happy to see this growth for at least the chemistry on the court for this Mercury squad. Yeah, and especially because both teams started off our seasons really rough. We had kind of some back and forth, some losing streaks. Do you think this is some foreshadowing for how hard we're going to play in the future? Is this just another insight of how we're getting so far but not quite making it to the end to secure the W? What does this mean?
I was really hoping that the All-Star break would be a time to regroup and turn things around. And I feel like I saw that in yesterday's game. Obviously, the final results weren't what everyone expected, but I don't think a lot of Mercury fans are upset with yesterday's loss. It's one of those good losses. We learned a lot and we had a great performance.
Absolutely. And I know I Mercury Twitter was going off last night. I think I had the most likes and retweets on one post that I've ever had before. I was the little PR in me was really excited about that. But no, I think I definitely agree. This we didn't have the supposed maybe coaching change that we thought might happen over the All-Star break. I don't know if that's quite unfortunately, but maybe we're just gonna have to stick out the season with this one and then move forward going on. I don't know the terms of Nygaard's contract actually. But yeah, I think Mercury fans are happy with it. I know I'm happy with it. I hope that we can keep, that same momentum going moving forward and maybe just get the win in like the first 4 quarters. We don't need an extra 2 next time or whatever. But yeah, before we keep going, DraftKings Sportsbook. Don't know if you guys have heard of it. Hopefully you're not new here, so you probably have. Mercury fans, join the action on the court during another amazing WNBA season with DraftKings Sportsbook. Turn your team's victory into your own big win. New customers can bet just $5 on any team and get $200 in free bets if they do. Yes, it is really that simple. If they win, you win. This is the part where Corbin inserts a cheesy food joke about a $5 footlong, some sort of pizza. Who knows? He's in Vegas, so I think he's spending a little bit more than $5 on food right now. As we've talked about, the Four Peaks chicken tenders, maybe we can just get a little food piggy bank going because we have to buy some potatoes here before the end of the season too. But that's another story. He's still running away from that. But the DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on WNBA hoops with same game parlays, combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. The more legs that you add, the more money you can win. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code PHNX. Bet just $5 on any WNBA team to win, but we really know you want it to be the Mercury, and get $200 in free bets. If they win, you win. Promo code PHNX this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 plus, Arizona only. What an eligibility restrictions apply. Gambling problem 1-800-NET-STEP. Minimum $5 deposit. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. I don't know where I am on the PHNX Sports ad read roster, but I'm probably not top 10 like Corbin. Josh saying, Josh saying he had them last Saturday and they were for real, the real deal chicken tenders. Well, I am a chicken tender connoisseur myself, so I'm gonna have to check this out. Kevin bring up a good point before that. This is kind of an effort. Is this kind of effort sustainable with starters playing so many minutes? I've been saying that. Like, this team is not young by any means. We're not particularly old, but we're not in the prime of our youth. And we're definitely not leaning on our bench quite a lot or our rookies. And so is this sustainable for, Diana, for these players that have played really, really hard all season, and here we are coming up to the ends and maybe playoffs in the future if we get lucky. What do you think? How can we fix this? Is this an us problem or is this a Nygaard problem?
Well, you know what my answer is going to be. I think it's definitely a Nygaard problem. Just got to be better at managing the minutes of your players, especially your star players, and that just comes with experience as a head coach in the league. And, she's been an assistant coach, but this, is her first year as a head coach. So I think that's definitely showing. In terms of playing Diana so many minutes, I'm like, why not? She's only got a few seasons left in her. Just let her go all out.
Yeah, I agree with that a little bit. And like I said last time, I think she's she knows her body well enough that if it's time for her to come out, she's going to come out. We've seen her kind of go back and forth and not play some games or play as much some games and give more effort in others. So I trust her to make the executive decisions on her own body. But I still would like to see a little bit more versatility and a little bit more reliance on our younger players and on our bench. She has gotten better. We have seen some shuffling around of that starting 5, especially with the Tina departure, Sophie Cunningham coming back from her elbow injury. So things are getting better. But yeah, moving forward, like we have 4 home games. First up, Washington Mystics tomorrow. Right now, the Mystics are 15-10. We've seen them twice already. We have a 1-1 record with them, and The last game, I believe, was a win, was on our little 3-win winning streak right after that, like, 7 or 8 game loss streak. So the last time we saw the Mystics, it was definitely a good outcome for us. How are you feeling about this game tomorrow? What do we want to see? How are the vibes?
I'm feeling good about this game tomorrow just because I feel like if I were the Mercury, like coming off of yesterday's game, playing so well, you want to see, the same on court but with better results, like a win. So yeah, I mean we've beat Washington already this season, so I feel good about that one. The other ones, I don't know, but I'm just taking it one game at a time. I feel good about Washington.
Yeah, I agree. I think, looking at that Washington roster, like that Elena Deladon, Tasha Cloud, that little group they got going on there is really, really good. And they when they're playing great, they're playing great, and that's undeniable. But I think coming off of momentum from last night and how the last few games have been playing, I don't think we can really even judge the Mercury team that has already played the Mystics versus the Mercury team now. So I'm going to be positive. Maybe a little Corbin mentality inserted there. Let's say we're going to go 4-0. I'm calling it 4-0. I think I might regret that one. But
you jinxed us. You heard it here first. Aaliyah has jinxed the Phoenix Mercury.
Phoenix Mercury. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. I think we have it in us. Josh saying he wants to see if Sophie can to how she did last game, and he doesn't expect the same, but I'd love to see if she's on a hot streak. Yeah, I agree. That's kind of something I let's go. Yeah, why not? 4-0. Come on, guys. But that's something there's kind of question marks with me surrounding like Sophie and Diamond. Like their performances haven't been very consistent. They've been either really, really well in like all these all out 20 or 30 30-point games, and then 2, 3, 4-point games. And I'm like, can we get just a twig of consistency throughout between the two? That's such extreme highs and lows. So yeah, I would love to have Sophie on a hot streak. Would love to have Diamond back kind of up in the higher numbers. She didn't play horrible last night, but just not quite what we're used to her and what we know she can do. So it would be awesome to see both of them continue to thrive and grow. After the Mystics, though, we see Atlanta, who's 10-13. I feel good about that game. I think I feel better about that game than I do. What is happening right now, Josh? Right, I'm calling Mallory to insert a prediction.
Actually, that was my friend calling me to tell me that Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian are having a season.
Oh my gosh, I literally saw that like right before we went live. I was like, what is happening? Anyway, all the opinions on that. Diamond's coming off the bench way too aggressive. That's interesting. I don't disagree. I think I would like her to channel that aggression into some more points. How about that? Josh saying there, what? Is this little
why? How many times does he have to do you wrong?
Yeah, Josh. So the word on the street is Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson are having another baby via surrogate. Take that with what you will. I don't know how I feel about it. Obviously, babies are always something to rejoice and celebrate, but maybe just a better choice than father. But anyway, to each their own. To each their own. And back to basketball, though, or back to good basketball at least. Like I said, I'm kind of excited for this Atlanta matchup. I think, we have very similar records. We have very similar like playing styles and vibes. Like I think we can just, I don't know, I think we can get the win. I think if we have this momentum that we're having and this aggressiveness that we're having, it's not going to be an issue. And then, sadly, the final regular season matchup between Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi coming up on the 22nd. Seattle Storm will be here in Phoenix. And Josh is just giving us all the Kardashian tea in the comments right now. But yeah, Mallory, how are you feeling about this last meetup with the Storm? So sad to see Sue Bird go, but obviously she's had an amazing career. What do we want to see this game? Do we want to give her the win for her last time, or do we want to just axe that not happening?
Sorry, my head is still spinning from this Kardashian. But yeah, I'm actually pretty sad for this last matchup between, two of the GOATs of this game. I'm definitely going to try and go to this game to watch the last meetup between them. I love Sue Bird. I love Diana Taurasi. Just two, people I've idolized in this game growing up, living in Seattle and now in Phoenix. Just the best, of their respective teams. And I can't wait, for them to be in the Hall of Fame and have their jerseys retired. And, this isn't the last that we'll be seeing of Sue in the league, because she's, definitely going to be part of the game forever.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe, like we said last week, maybe our predictions of her coming to coach the Mercury next season will come true, and her and Diana will have their reunion again. I don't know about that one. I don't know what her plans are after this, but yeah, no, that's going to be such a bittersweet game, bittersweet environment. But I hope that, I just hope it's a good game. I hope it's not too emotional. I cry when other people cry. So if any tears start falling, I will have to run to the bathroom because that's embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as Chloe. But anyway.
No, I'm getting emotional thinking about it, honestly. And I hope it's kind of, just one of those games where, like, it's just Diana and Sue, like, guarding each other, like, the whole game, and just their teammates giving each other the ball, and it's just, like, basically a 1v1 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my first WNBA game ever was, what was it, a Seattle Storm game. I don't remember who they were playing. I want to say the Mystics, but yeah, she's just such an icon and such a trailblazer for women's sports, for the league. It's like her and Megan Rapinoe are the ultimate power couple. Like, yeah, you're right. It is emotional. Josh saying the end of an era, we're all gonna cry. Absolutely, it's inevitable. But yeah, moving into the players of the week. I didn't have a fit of the week outside of Skylar. I didn't get to see the game fits before last night, so dropped the ball on that one. But as we all know, it's probably going to be Skylar regardless. So for players of the week, Mallory, who do you have? PHNX Player of the Week and PHNX Hustle Player of the Week.
My player of the week is Skylar, because, she didn't really get a break. She was at the All-Star game doing everything there, and then she still came back and put on, a great performance. And then my Hustle Player of the Week has to be Sophie Cunningham with yesterday's performance. I know we're not all the biggest fan of her, but can't deny what she did on the court yesterday.
Absolutely, and I think all of us are going to have similar answers. Aya, having her Player of the Week, is Sophie Cunningham, because she's just been a great starter at the four, both ends of the court, really hustling, so has been awesome. And then for her Hustle Player of the Week, she gave that to Skylar Diggins-Smith, because she's just been turning up for the Mercury as well. Corbin has been so busy with NBA that he just didn't even respond to my text. So we're just going to assume he agrees with us. And I have the same picks as you, Mallory. Skylar for Player of the Week and Sophie for Hustle Player of the Week. Their performances last night were undeniable. Like you said, Skylar's been busy up at All-Star. So no complaints there. Definitely let us know in the chat if you have any other opinions outside of that. But I think we can all agree on those two for sure. Yeah,
the shade at Sophie. Yeah,
if you know, you know. That's the truth. Maybe never mind. You know what? We're done harping on the Kardashians. But yeah, that's all I have for tonight, and I'm excited for this next little home streak. We won't be traveling too much. Players can sleep in their own beds. Good vibes. 4-0 projection coming from me. How do you feel about it? Do you have a projection? You don't want to jinx it?
I don't like projections, but I'll go 2-2.
2-2. My logical brain told me to do 2-2, but then I was like, you know what? We haven't had Corbin for 2 weeks. Someone's gotta give in for him. So I went 4-0, and maybe I'll change. Okay, I'll go 3-1, and then maybe we'll have an actual cook off like within the next couple of weeks if Corbin's
if we win if we win any 3 of the next 4.
Okay.
The cook-off is definitely happening. We're going to cook potatoes at some point. I don't want everyone to think that we're just like stringing this on. We're definitely cooking potatoes, but like it will happen sooner if we win 3 of the next 4.
Okay. These are our new terms. Period. Well, awesome. Thanks guys for hanging out. Thanks for a good little show, and yeah, busy week for the Mercury. Awesome vibes coming up. Hopefully this insane. I don't understand how we can have a heat warning in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know. I'm new here, so maybe this is normal. But I was like, isn't it just always hot all the time? When I got the notification for an extreme heat warning, I was like, how is it not extreme every day of the year? But maybe that's just the Washington in me. So yeah, stay cool, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Good vibes always. Any last thoughts?
Go Mercury.
Go Mercury.